Coming up in tonight's video, we're having a look at Blackburn's team news. We also check out all their notable players. We also check their current form and possible lineups. And finally we check the Callum Wilson rumour which is circulating at the moment. Hello everybody, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. It's Thursday, which means we'll now look at the opposition on who we are playing in the weekend, which is Blackburn. Right, so what we'll do, obviously you've seen the intro, we're going to have a little chat about Blackburn, how the lineup, I think, current form, and we'll also have a look at the rumour of Callum Wilson being linked to Newcastle as well. We'll touch on that towards the end of the video. Right, so notable players who Blackburn who play for Blackburn. So they've got three former Sunderland players in Anthony Stokes, who obviously used to be at Celtic as well. Wes Brown's currently at the club as well. He hasn't been there too long. He's currently training, and obviously Newcastle supporter Danny Graham, who played for Swansea and the Mackhams for a period as well. They've also got Charlie Mulgrew, who was obviously Scotland international. He's had obviously Champions League experience with Celtic as well. And they've also got Marvin Emnes on loan from Swansea. He's going to be a threat in the game, very pacey, very direct as well. And they've got former Newcastle player Danny Guthrie, who unfortunately is going to be missing from the game as well. So team news, we'll have a look at Blackburn. They've got a few injuries. They've got Greer who's out, Guthrie's out, as I touched on. Hoban's out, Henley's out injured, and Elliot Ward's also out as well. Emnes should be fit after recovering from hamstring. I think he came back into training today, I believe, from Blackburn off the top of my head as well. But the man, I think that the key man to watch out for is Sam Gallagher, who's currently on loan from Southampton. Another exciting youth product, you know. He's got 7 goals in 15 appearances this season, so it's a strike rate of just over 1 and 2, you know, so it's a very, very healthy strike rate. He is going to be the threat. He's very tall, very direct. We're going to have to stop the balls getting the crosses coming in because he's very tall. He's kind of like in the Mitrovic mould. He's actually been talking, praising Newcastle, saying that he's looking forward to the game, and you know, in a sellout crowd, Newcastle shouldn't be in this division. So he's been saying nice words about Newcastle. How will Blackburn line up? Let's have a look. Okay, so they're going to line up with Steele in goal. Alongside them, I think it'll be Lenihan, and I think it will be Mulgrew who plays centre-back, because he also played centre-back last game. I think Williams will continue to play left-back. Normally Mulgrew plays left-back, but because of the injury to Greer, that's how I think Blackburn will line up at the back. Across the midfield, I think Marshall will come in at right midfield. He played right back last game, but I think he'll play right wing. I think Conway will play on the left. Then I think they'll go with Lowe in the middle. And I think we'll go with Corey Evans, who's a Northern Ireland international, in the middle as well. Up top, I think they'll keep with the in-form man, as we've touched upon, Sam Gallagher. But I do think if Marvin Emnes is fit, because he's completely different to Gallagher, very pacey, very direct, he'll come alongside Gallagher. So Blackburn play the 2 up top, 4 in midfield and 4 across the back. If Emnes is missing, they'll go with former Sunderland player Danny Graham, as we touched upon. The form, if we have a look at the form here, so we'll put it on this side of the screen. So the form that they've beat Brentford 3-2 last time out, so it's a good win against a good footballing side. I know we beat them, but obviously we're a bigger, superior side in this division. They got beat at Villa away 2-1. Wolves 1-1 draw at home. Bristol City, they got unfortunately a 1-0 defeat away from home. Nottingham Forest, however, they did win that game 2-1, and they drew 0-0 with Ipswich as well. So in the last 6 games, they've scored 7 goals. They've got 7 goals against. They've got 8 points. They're currently way down. If we have a look at the league table, they're currently way down in 22nd position, which isn't very healthy. However, they've steadily improved over the last 6 games. Is it enough to keep them up? Probably the way they're playing. I know that a lot of fans, with Paul Lambert coming in, they've got no qualms about him coming in, but a lot of fans are venting the frustration at the Venky's. Very, very poor ownership. Mike Ashley is like an angel compared to these guys, running the club down in a mill. They were stuck on 16 points. You think Newcastle would win this one. Newcastle, looking at this side, we're looking at what we've got almost a full strength squad to pick from, except from Rolanda Arendt as well. I'm going to predict a 3-1 Newcastle win. I do think Blackburn could score. If not, it'll be 3-0. But I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle. I think we will score goals. I think we'll dominate the game. I think Blackburn will sit a lot of men behind the ball as well. Let me know what you think of the scoreline predictions. We're going to have a look at now and talk about Callum Wilson. The Chronicle, again, reporting that they understand that Newcastle are looking at the young English striker. So the positives for me, is he's young, he's British, he's different to what we've got. Is he too similar to Dwight Gale? Possibly, but I think I don't think this is going to happen. I really don't. I think we don't need another striker. We've got Gale, we've got Mitrovic, and if the worst comes to the worst, you can move Perez from the number 10 to striker. You've got Daryl Murphy, who can't even get a kick at the minute, you know. You've got Mo Diarma, who could probably do a job up there. And then you've got Sean Longstaff knocking on the doors in the under-23s. I don't think this one's going to happen. Maybe we're all looking at him. He's got 3 goals so far this season. Obviously, he was touted for an England call-up before he got his nasty injury at the start of last season. But stranger things happen. We got Matt Ritchie, didn't we? But I cannot say. I think Newcastle need a winger, especially with Aaron's being out and Atsu heading away to the African Cup of Nations as well. Let me know what you think, again, of Blackburn and the rumour with Wilson. Is it a no-go? What do you think? Is it something that might happen? See you later.